A sudden black storm turned the king and queen into monsters. To save her parents, the princess had to go to the dark forest to find a way to break the curse. A little blue man told the princess that deep in the forest is the lake of light. The hope water in the lake could turn the monsters back into humans. He warned her not to forget her original purpose, or the guiding lights in the forest would go out. So the princess set off with her monster parents. Along the way they came across a strange tree hole. The sounds here turn into light circles, but if the emotions are too negative, the circles turn into aggressive red beams. To avoid trouble, the princess warned her parents not to argue, but as soon as she finished speaking, a flea suddenly landed on the king's nose. The queen instinctively stuck out her tongue to catch it, but accidentally slapped the king's face, and so they started a fierce argument, which caused the red beams to fill the entire cave. It wasn't until the princess got caught in it that the queen realized how serious it was. At that moment the princess was overwhelmed with anger. Her resentment surged, and it triggered a new black storm. The monster parents desperately tried to get closer to her, but the red beams blocked their way. In a critical moment, the king and queen stopped arguing and gently called to the princess. Their words turned into a strong light, dispelling the red beams. The storm slowly faded away. After this, the princess was happy to find that her monster parents could finally speak. The family continued forward, still heading for the lake of light. They arrived at a vast beach. The princess noticed that shadows would sink in, so she decided to follow the light, but the queen suggested going around the hill. It would take more time, but it was safer. The king supported the princess' decision, believing a straight path would get them there faster. Just as they were arguing, a stronger black storm arrived. The princess hurriedly urged her parents to run. The light's range was shrinking. In despair they grabbed onto a rock. At that moment the princess saw a baby flying cat struggling in quicksand, and its parents were anxiously circling above. The baby was about to be swallowed by the sand. The princess immediately told the king to move the rock to help, but the quicksand was too fast. The kitten was about to fall off the cliff. In the nick of time the queen grabbed her daughter and flew forward. The princess caught the kitten just before it fell. This life and death rescue made the king and queen realize that only by working together could they overcome the obstacles. Their unity dispelled the black storm. The gloom finally cleared, but before they could recover, they were horrified to find a group of blue-haired rats surrounding them.